everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. So, today I'm going to talk about financial management, its role, and the various decisions related to it. I'll be doing the decisions part briefly because there are a lot of factors involved in each decision. So, let's get started. What is finance? Finance is the money that is required for carrying out business activities. Such finance is called business finance. So, why do we need business finance? So, the need for business finance is to start and establish a business. For anything that you require finance because without finance, we cannot function. If you want to purchase a house, you require finance. So, how do you raise that finance? You either you go for loan completely, or you completely depend on your personal savings, or you go for a mix of both. So, the first point here is to start and establish a business. Then the second point, to run day-to-day activities like payment for raw materials, salaries, etc. So basically, this is your working capital. Working capital is the capital that you use to meet your day-to-day expenses. Like for example, you pay salaries to your employees, you pay electricity bill, you pay for maintenance charges, or you pay land rent, you pay house rent. These are your day-to-day expenses that you meet. So that's your working capital. Then to modernize, expand and diversify the business. For example, see, once you start your business, and if your business is growing, so you will get an idea of expanding your business overseas. Like if you have your business here in Hyderabad, you want to expand your business in other states also. And if your business kept growing over a time, you'd like to expand it or expand it in other countries. So in order to expand your business, you require capital in hand. Until unless you don't have the capital, you won't be able to expand. Then to diversify the business, okay, let's take an example. For example, let's take Maggi. So Maggi produces various products under its name. For example, we have noodles, we have sauces, we have the masalas, we have pastas. There's a product line of Maggi. So in order to survive in the market, it keeps diversifying its product lines. So that's how Maggi is able to survive in the market. So that is diversifying business. So for that, you need money, you need finance with you. Then to purchase assets. So assets, under assets, it's classified into two. That is your fixed assets and current assets. Under fixed assets, you have tangible assets, intangible assets. So what are tangible assets? Tangible assets are assets that you can see. For example, right now I'm sitting on a chair. So that chair comes under furniture. So the furniture is my fixed asset, fixed asset tangible. And other tangible assets are, we have land, you have machinery, you have building. So these are your tangible assets. And what are your intangible assets? Intangible assets matlab you have your trademarks, you have patents. Patents again, you have patents means, you have Maggi is actually a patent, the brand mark. So that is your to purchase assets. So until and unless you don't have your adequate finance, the availability of adequate finance is important. If you don't have adequate finance, then you won't be able to survive or grow in the business. So let's get into financial management now. So finance is the lifeblood of any business. That's the key point here. So until and unless you don't have finance, you won't be able to function at all. So here financial management is concerned with the management of flow of funds, the inflow of funds. Then it also involves decisions that are related to procurement of funds. From where, how much cash is coming in, from where should we procure the funds, and how much should we invest. Invest in the, how much should we invest in long-term assets, that is your capital budgeting, and short-term assets, that is your working capital. And how much earnings, that earnings is your profits. So how much profits should we distribute to the owners, that your profits, the part of profits that you distribute to the owners is called your dividend. Okay, so there are two aspects of financial management. So that is your procurement of funds and usage of finance. So procurement of funds means, from where do we procure the finance? How do we procure the finance? Or for example, if you're procuring the finance, you go for debt and equity, or you go for complete debt, complete equity, or you go for a mix. You go for 50-50 debt and equity, you got 60-40, 70-30, it depends. So procurement of funds, from where do we procure? How do we procure? What is the interest rate? evaluate the various alternatives available here. Then usage of funds, finance. So once you acquire your finance, you have to decide the as to how much should we use, how much should be kept aside, and what and then also what are the returns that we'll be expecting from the investment that we have made. Okay, so and coming to the role of financial management. So role of financial management, so there are a lot of activities that are influenced by financial management, that is the size and composition of fixed assets. So here financial management plays a very significant role in determining the size and composition of fixed assets of the business. For example, suppose you have 1 lakh in your hand. This 50,000 will go for fixed assets, and this 50,000 you keep it aside. So the 50,000 that you have in hand, you allocate it completely for fixed assets. So the next point is quantum of current assets. So financial management helps in determining the amount of current assets as well as its breakup into cash, inventories and receivables. Suppose you have out of 1 lakh, the 50 per thousand you have kept it aside for your fixed assets, and you have the rest 50,000 in hand. So what do you do with this 50,000? You what do you do? The first 20,000 you keep it at cash at bank, and the rest 30,000 you have with you, and out of the 30,000 you keep your first 10,000 as your cash in hand, and the rest 20,000 you allocated to inventories and receivables. So inventories is your stock basically. And also the amount and composition of current assets depends on the level of investment. So level of investment in fixed assets, if it depends on the level of investment that you have made in your fixed assets, or the inventory management, how well are you able to manage your stock, and the credit policies. Then amount of long-term and short-term financing. So the financial management helps in taking your decisions related to the proportion of long-term and short-term finance. So it again depends how much long-term finance should you raise, and how much short-term finance should you raise, and should you raise, and how much liquidity should be there. A lot of factors come in are involved in it. Then breakup of long-term financing into debt and equity. That's what I spoke right now. How much should you go for debt, and how much should you go for equity? What is the proportion? You go for 50-50 debt, 50% debt and 50% equity, or 60% debt, 40% equity, 70% debt, 30% equity. So it completely depends on businesses as to how much proportion, the percentage of mix we should go for debt and equity. And all items in the profit and loss account. See, again here, financial management decisions affect the items in the profit and loss account. How? For example, see, if you take more debt, you're supposed to pay more interest, and since interest paid is an expense, so that falls in the debit side of your P&L account. Then if you go for more equity, you have to pay more dividends. So when you pay more dividends, so the dividend paid item goes to the P&L debit account. And again, these two costs in the cash flow statement go under finance costs. They are called as your finance costs: payment of dividends and payment of interest. Those are your finance costs. So that's all about a role of financial management. And there are 3 decisions involved in it: your investment decisions, financing decisions, and dividend decisions. Let's keep that story for some other time. Thank you, everyone.